Every morning when this woman wakes up, she forgets everything that happened the day before. She can only use a diary to record her life. For her sake, her boyfriend tries his best to fill her diary with happy moments, but death never gives advance notice. Toru suddenly passes away. Koizumi decides to take Mao to Toru's funeral to see him off one last time. But when Mao sees Toru's portrait at the funeral, her body instinctively steps backward, out of control.
おかしいよね。彼のこと。記憶にないのに。顔だって写真でしか、日記でしか覚えてもないのに。おかしいよね。
おかしくない。誰が見ても2人はお似合いの恋人だったから。
After returning from the funeral, Mao completely breaks down. That pain does not come from memory. It comes from instinctive grief, deep in the body itself. This kind of sorrow without memory is even sharper and even harder to endure. Koizumi can no longer bear to watch. She knows she must carry out Toru's final request. Toru's sister also chooses to take part. Since this was her brother's last wish, she is willing to bear the responsibility for him. Late at night, with the cooperation of Mao's parents, Koizumi takes away the diary. At a print shop, she makes a complete copy of the original. Then, the novelist's sister begins an unbearably cruel task. There is only one thing she must do: completely erase Kamitani Toru from Mao's written world. But this diary is far too detailed, too real, and far too sweet. These are not cold words. They are the unreserved love of a young man, and the clumsy yet burning response of a young girl. Finally, when she reaches a certain page, the sister can no longer continue, and breaks down in tears. What she is editing is not a story, but a life that truly existed. At the same time, Koizumi is organizing Mao's room. Her fingers suddenly freeze. On the drawing board, she sees a sticky note, carefully taped in place. The handwriting is familiar. It contains only 7 words. Do not forget Kamitani Toru. In that instant, a sharp ache rushes up her nose. She almost loses her resolve. But by then, there is no turning back. They put the edited diary back where it belongs. They replace the phone photo albums and erase all digital traces. The next morning, Mao wakes up. As usual, she opens her diary. Life seems to have returned to before she met Toru. Until one day, Mao suddenly realizes she actually remembers that her foot was cut yesterday by a paint palette. But the diary does not mention it at all. After examining her, the doctor explains this means her anterograde amnesia is beginning to show signs of improvement. While cleaning the room with her mother, Mao finds a sketchbook hidden deep inside the bookcase. Every page shows the face of the same boy. The lines grow from clumsy to skilled, full of emotion. Mao feels confused and curious. She tells Koizumi about the improvement in her condition and about the sketchbook. She asks Koizumi who the boy in the drawings is, why there are so many drawings, yet no record of him in the diary. Koizumi forces herself to suppress her emotions and answers with a prepared lie. He was a model she hired back when she was learning to draw. Later, he moved abroad. After returning home, Koizumi can no longer stay calm. She takes out the original diary she secretly kept. When she sees the note that says do not forget Kamitani Toru, a crushing sense of guilt nearly overwhelms her. She begins to question whether their so-called rescue was actually a deeper kind of cruelty. That boy had truly existed. He once lit up another person's life. Who are they to erase him completely? Guilt and impulse surge together. Koizumi grabs the diary that carries the truth and rushes once more to Mao's house. She decides to tell her everything, but when she pushes open the door to Mao's room, what she sees leaves her completely frozen.